Christmas, you filthy animal. And a happy new
Welcome into Box Office Quarterbacks. I guess this is our Christmas special. Ahmed and me wanted to talk about just some of our favorite Christmas movies that we always throw on this time of year. We're going to do our top 3 favorite movies, and we're going to do some bonus stuff at the end. But Ahmed, how are you doing this very, very festive night?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I got, the rest of the week off after tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that.
Lucky guy. Very lucky guy. Yeah, I think we should just jump right into it. We're going to start with our top 3 Christmas movies of all time. We're going to go backwards. So we'll start at number 3 for you, Ahmed. Where do you want to kick us off at?
I got to give it to Will Ferrell and Elf.
Yeah, that is a classic movie. That's going to be on my list too, but it's just such a hilarious movie, and it doesn't matter how many times you've watched it. That's what I really love about it. It really does hold up, and I would say it's the modern day Christmas classic since it came out in like 2007 or something like that.
No, it came out in 2003.
Whoa, I am dating
Yeah, I know.
myself.
I know. How do you think I felt?
Yeah.
But you're right. Everything about it. It's a classic movie, and it's really just a kind of a staple for Will Ferrell's career. Everyone, it's kind of hard not to like Will Ferrell. And at this point of his career, he was just kind of seen as a side character, and nobody really wanted to view him as the main character. And even Jon Favreau, who directed the movie, nobody thought Jon Favreau would make it as one of the greatest directors of our time.
Yeah, he was like the schlubby friend in like movies in the 90s, and you didn't think of Jon Favreau as this crazy director, but then he went on to do what was that space movie, Zathura, and then Iron Man, and now he's like building the Star Wars universe from the Disney Plus side of things. Like, it's pretty awesome to see his career kind of grow, and this was one of the earliest indications of the director that we were going to get. Yeah, for me, number 3 is going to be Home Alone. And I think this movie actually did not age so well because it used to be my favorite Christmas movie of all time. It's not so much a Christmas movie. It's more of like I don't even know how to explain it, like a slapstick throwback comedy movie. Just the way that the burglars get beat up throughout that movie. Like, Kevin McAllister is kind of a little bit of a psycho. That's how I always viewed it after a while. So yeah, it did not age great.
No, and I'm in the minority always. So I'm glad you said something, because I'm sorry if I'm gonna lose us subscribers in this, but it's a terrible movie because it just blatantly shows child abuse, and and then they made a sequel out of it. But like, let's talk about that. There's a scene in the movie. I promise we'll move on, but I just want to talk about that beginning scene where the mom says, or he pretty much yells at his mom saying, I wish you guys would just disappear," or something like that. And she's like, "Well, maybe you'll get your wish," or something like that. And then they just freaking disappear. And not only that, but it's just like, how do you leave? How does everyone just leave and you just forget the one kid? Coincidentally, the one that everyone universally dislikes. So
Yeah, it's very crazy. It's like, I have a lot of stuff to say about that movie. For one, the dad has to be like a drug lord, right? Because he has that huge house and he's paying for everybody to go on this cross country trip. So
yeah,
there's a lot of questions surrounding that family.
yeah. But no, we'll just keep. Oh, it's so innocent and it's so cute. And Joe Pesci, ah, ha, ha. Like Joe Pesci's characters. before that movie were always cold-blooded murderers. Give me a
Yeah,
break.
this was Goodfellas. Joe Pesci would be a much different movie. Let's just say that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
but yeah, we could go on and on about that movie. But what's your number two, Ahmed?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, just because I'm a huge fan of Jim Carrey, and he just really absorbed that role. I don't care for some of the musical aspects of it, um, but just Jim Carrey just makes it so likable. It's almost frightening too. I remember it scared the crap out of me as a kid, but then of course, you get older and you start seeing things in a different light.
Yeah, we watched that last night, and this is a hot take, but I find that movie terrifying. The Grinch is very, very scary to me. He haunts my dreams. That particular version,
Not haunt your
Jim Carrey,
dreams.
he's very like, and they just made that horror movie version of it. So I'm like, oh, you know what? That would scare the shit out of me if I think about it.
People need to stop that, okay? Let us have our just
Public
quit ruining our
domain.
childhood.
Public domain. We could do anything we want now. The Grinch could be our mascot if we really wanted him to be. But yeah, that movie. I mean, I like it for what it is. I think I like the original cartoon a little bit better.
Mm.
For my number two, though, I was going to go Elf, and just for the sake of being different, I just want to throw another Christmas movie up there that I love. So I actually am going to throw up Die Hard as my number two, which is a Christmas movie and something we'll talk about a little bit later. But I love that movie. It's one of the best action movies of all time. There is no bad parts in that movie. It's as close to a perfect movie, I think, as you're going to get. It's peak Bruce Willis. It's Alan Rickman before, he went on to do some different type of movies with Harry Potter and everything. But yeah, I like watching it every Christmas Eve to really get that feel of Nakatomi Plaza. That would be my tied for number two movie.
Okay. I mean, shoot, since we're gonna go weird, can I say Love
Let's get
Actually?
weird. Let's get weird. Throw it up there. I don't know much about it, but yeah, throw it
I
in.
mean, it's got to be a Christmas movie because it just so happens to have Alan Rickman in it, and it's all romance. Um, that was going to be actually my number three, but since we're just being crazy, The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is not a Christmas movie, but
Yeah, yeah. Let's get fucking nuts. Let's. And
you want to get
speaking of
nuts?
that,
Let's
and
get
speaking of
nuts.
that, Batman Returns is also a Christmas movie. If you want to think about it, it's set
That's
during
the one with
Christmas.
Victor. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's with Danny DeVito when he's the
That
Penguin.
one. Okay, I was confusing it for Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that's
Oh
Batman
no,
Forever.
that's just the worst movie ever made.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
We won't talk about Batman Forever.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that's a great movie. Do you want to do your number one? I know we went off course like a whole bunch, but
No, I was gonna say Love Actually is my favorite Christmas, my last Christmas favorite Christmas movie, because it's a really nice love story, but it all kind of just centers around the Christmas holiday, coincidentally. So it's very subtle, which a lot of people will probably. There are certain movies out there that people won't say are Christmas movies. So jokingly, I'll say Nightmare Before Christmas, but it was funny because I did a story about, or I read a survey rather, um, that talked about how what is everyone's favorite movie based on the state you live in, and Nightmare Before Christmas was the favorite movie for the state of Texas,
oh,
and I was like, is that a Christmas movie? And it's not, according to Danny Elfman, USA Today, but people will beg to differ.
yeah, and we're gonna get back into that one too here in a second. I do think it's a Christmas movie. I'm gonna call it what I told Ahmed a little earlier today. It is a hot topic Christmas movie for the hot topic crowd. So I do classify it as one, though. My favorite Christmas movie, though, of all time is not everybody's favorite, and I can see where a lot of the criticism comes in. It's Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
Dude, oh, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one to have, though. I'm on your side, Jeff.
Yeah, like I love it. Like it came out when I was a little kid. I remember seeing it in theaters. My uncle got me a Turbo Man when I was little, so I
They
had
had
that.
those?
They made the Turbo Mans, and they brought them back too. So you could find them, I think, at like Walmart or somewhere. But yeah, it's just that is the ultimate Christmas movie to me, and it just brings back so many good memories. It's hilarious to see Sinbad and Arnold just kind of break all these laws to try to get this toy, and they break a lot of them. Phil Hartman is great in that movie too.
Rest in peace, Phil Hartman.
Yeah, rest in peace. And yeah, I loved everything about it. It does have its problems, like Sinbad like blowing up a group of cops in a radio station. That's not great, but hey, you got to look past it.
Yeah,
And just see the movie for what it is and what the core of the movie is, which is, Christmas is not all about gifts. It's really about family at the end of the day. And that's why I love that movie.
Even if your kid is a brat, you
Yes.
will do everything in your power to make them happy.
Yes.
Uh,
And don't last minute shop.
don't last minute shop. Yeah. Jeff, it's funny you mentioned that movie because now I'm getting a lot of memories flooding back. We didn't have cable growing up, and so we had a VHS, and I remember we had a VHS of Jingle All the Way. I don't know how we got this VHS, but we had it. And I remember just watching it over and over and over and over and over again. And then whenever there would be a scene stuck in my head, I would put it back in the player. I'd look for that scene, but then I'd end up finishing the movie. It didn't matter which part of the movie it was. I'd have to finish it. So I'm afraid that it's going to happen again if I get off this call and I go look.
Hey, we're both going to put it on. I think I want to put it on after this too. Yeah, love it. My favorite movie. But now we're going to circle back to what we were kind of alluding to at the beginning of this episode. We wanted to have the debate: is Die Hard a Christmas movie, and is Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie? We kind of said our piece about it, but when it comes to me, I say yes to both. There are I could see why some people would consider them not to be Christmas movies, but yeah, what do you think, Ahmed?
I say no to both.
Cool.
Yeah, I know you weren't expecting this, right?
We're getting spicy tonight.
For Nightmare Before Christmas, the composer and the singer of Jack Skellington admitted it's not a Halloween movie. So as much as and also it's not really the if you're trying to go for Christmas and we're talking about, happy family friendly stuff, which is the traditional route of Christmas, this is a frightening movie. In fact, in the movie, he scares the crap out of kids because that's just who he is. Of course, he doesn't, it's a cute story and everything, but is it family friendly like Christmas would be traditionally known for? Absolutely not. Same thing with Die Hard. It's an action movie, in my opinion, that just so happens to be around Christmas. And I think even Bruce Willis said it's not a Christmas movie. What the hell? So because the stars of both respective films said it's not a Christmas movie, I got to take their side.
I just think about Christmas when I think about both those movies. That's the thing.
You think about scaring kids for Christmas?
Hey, me and my wife me and my wife love Halloween, so this is like right up our alley. And it is not Christmas. It's not Christmas, Ahmed, until Hans Gruber falls off of Nakatomi Plaza. So, all right.
I'm so glad I watched Die Hard.
I love unconventional Christmas movies, though. I still want to see Violent Night, which is that new Santa David Harbour movie.
Nope.
Yeah, that one.
Nope.
We watched Black Christmas, the remake from last year, and it was horrible. And then there's like Krampus, and I'm down for Christmas horror movies, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, to be fair, as I'm getting older, I'm kind of realizing that Christmas really is so commercialized. So I'm not overthinking it as much. I mean, usually around this time, I would listen to like Christmas music, maybe like Christian rock covers and things like that. Did I say Christian rock? Christmas rock
Oh,
covers.
I was like, that's something I did not know.
It's like, I thought you were Muslim. Why are you listening to Christian rock music? Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with Christian rock music. I'm just saying, but this part, Christmas rock covers, and that does kind of, I guess, match with that idea of unconventional thinking, because August Burns Red does that rock cover for that Nightmare, not the night before. God dang it, the Nutcracker. The dun 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 dun, the rock version of it, fantastic. Um, but yeah, that whole unconventional thinking. So I get what you mean, and I guess I'm here for it, but very reluctantly.
Yeah. It's not for everyone. There is one movie I wanted to talk about that I completely forgot, is The Santa Claus, which is actually my number 2, because I'm going to go back and change all the rankings, Ahmed. I'm putting that at number 2. And
You're
I
the
love
boss, Jeff. You do
I,
whatever you want.
I love Jim Allen as Santa Claus in the first movie and the second. And the new series on Disney Plus is pretty good. The third movie, I completely forgot about. It wasn't that great, but there's that one. But yes, that is my list. Any other movies you want to throw into the fold before we get out of here, though?
I can't say movies. I love watching, certain shows with Christmas specials. You know me, Jeff. I'm an OG Simpsons fan. So every time there's like a Simpsons special with anything, Thanksgiving, Easter, Halloween. So with Christmas, I'll rewatch certain Christmas episodes. In fact, the very first episode of The Simpsons, not counting, the Tracy Ullman show and all that, was a Christmas episode, a classic episode. Charlie Brown Christmas. How could we forget about that?
Yeah.
Um, Mickey Mouse, all those guys. So I just like rewatching those. And if there's like a Christmas parody of another show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for
Yeah.
example, we're talking about Die Hard. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I'd have to agree with you there. The Office is great. All their Christmas specials. Yeah. Bottom line, that's what we think. We obviously love Christmas movies, Christmas specials, all that fun stuff. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here, though?
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and keep subscribing and keep watching.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. We will see you guys next year, or probably a little bit sooner than that. But yes, I am Jeff. He's Ahmed. We are Box Office Quarterbacks. Like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, like Ahmed said. We will see you guys very, very soon.